All right, welcome back to the channel. Derrick James, the coach of Errol Spence Jr., says something real interesting about how Errol should be celebrated for being what he is. And the way that he described it, I think of as being the anti-Floyd Mayweather, or the opposite of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, special thank you to the Patreon community, the live stream community. Thank you guys so much for your support. Make sure to be there at OG Boxing Talk Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time with my co-hosts KQKC Boxing, Curtis Anderson, Trap House Boxing, and Blood Boxing. Man, we really chop it up. This week is going to be after the Deontay Wilder Luis Ortiz fight. Hopefully, we will be talking about the victory of Deontay Wilder. But man, that's a scary fight. All right, though. But let's not talk about that right now. Fred from Barbershop Conversations, man, is out there doing his job. And I got to say at the front of this video, I do not understand from the outside looking in why the PBC would stand in the way of a guy like Fred getting the quality interviews that he's getting for hardcore boxing fans, asking questions like this that are not the typical questions that you get, not the type of typical questions or the typical answers you get out of mainstream media. Like, you know, tell me about your hard background. Were you poor when you were born? Tell me about how, you know, you had to beg for crumbs on the street in order to feed yourself and boxing saved you. You know, the whole Craigle, the whole Mark Craigle type of, you know, up from the dirt type of narrative that people try to spread. Fred from Barbershop Conversations, man, you can like him, you can love him, you can not like him, not love him, whatever. He asks very solid questions that nobody else asks, and as a result, he gets some answers and some things that come out of those interviews that are exceptional. Okay, so hey, and this is one of the cases. Errol Spence's coach talked about how people are criticizing Errol Spence a lot. Now, I know why I believe I know why people are criticizing Errol Spence for the issues with the car accident, right? That's one thing. Okay? And that honestly, man, unless you are just a jerk, you know, it's a subject that you should probably just leave alone altogether. But questions about the Sean Porter fight and how Errol Spence Jr. has performed in his last few fights, Derrick James gave a very interesting answer. And he said, look, man, instead of looking and saying that Errol Spence Jr. had difficulty with Sean Porter, you know, how about you think about it like this? Errol Spence Jr. is beating people at doing what it is those people do best. He brought up Kell Brook. He brought up Lamont Peterson. He brought up Mikey Garcia and Sean Porter, which, by the way, to be fair to Errol Spence Jr., is a very good list of fighters to fight all in a row, except for, you know, there's the Carlos Ocampo thing in there. But that's a mandatory. So those four plus a mandatory. Now, the way that I think about it is, that's like the opposite of what Floyd Mayweather Jr. does. Or what some other people would do, like a Deontay Wilder, who would like enforce his will upon you. So Floyd Mayweather Jr., if you recall, during his fighting career, was excellent at taking away whatever it was that the other fighter wanted to do. If a fighter wanted to fight on the inside and bang with Floyd Mayweather Jr., he would just eliminate that part of the game and make that guy always go to his plan B. If the guy's plan B started kicking off, he'd force the guy to go to plan C. He just made enough adjustments so that that fighter could never do what it is that he wanted to do by neutralizing their best weapon. And as a result, Floyd Mayweather Jr. beat a lot of fighters very easily by being smarter than them. The result of that fight, of that style sometimes, though, was not that exciting a fight, unless you're a Floyd Mayweather Jr. fan. So that's what Floyd Mayweather Jr. would do. He would take away what it is that you want to do. Deontay Wilder, or guys like Mike Tyson is another really good example. What he would do is he would just enforce his will upon you. So Mike Tyson has said, hey man, we're going to have an all-out brawl right here and you're going to lose because I'm going to get in on the inside of you. You're not going to be able to stop me from doing what I want to do, and I'm going to run through you and I'm going to put you to sleep. Same thing for Deontay Wilder. People can do what they want to, people can do this and they can do that until that bomb drops, and Deontay Wilder is looking to enforce his right hand upon your chin. And when that happens, you're gone. Right? Now, what Derrick James had described, and I had never thought about before, is really that's Errol Spence Jr. is not doing either one of those. Errol Spence Jr. just saying, okay, this is what you want to do. I'll do that. And I'm going to beat you doing that. In the case of Sean Porter, Sean Porter's known to brawl. He's known to be an inside rough fighter that is mauling and pushing and doing what he wants to do on the inside and causing you a lot of problems. And Errol Spence Jr. went right to the inside and fought the exact fight that you would think Sean Porter wanted to fight. And he beat him at it. Knocked him down towards, I think it might have been the 11th round, caught him on the inside, knocked him down on the inside, won the fight. So he's not saying, like Floyd said, man, I'm not going to let Sean Porter fight on the inside. He said, if that's what you want to do, we can make it happen. Same thing kind of happened in the fight with Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin, the second fight, where Gennady Golovkin was saying that Canelo Alvarez was too scared to fight with him up close, and he was going to run around and move, and that's not Mexican style, all that type of stuff. And Canelo Alvarez walked right to him and was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to beat you up, walking right to you. You said you want this. This is what I'm going to give you. So Errol Spence Jr. did that with Sean Porter. With the fight with Kell Brook is another example of it. Kell Brook is supposed to be he was a big, strong welterweight that was going to was going to be too strong for Errol. He was a better boxer than Errol. Errol winds up being the guy that pushes Kell Brook back, makes Kell Brook fight on the back foot the whole fight, and is doing an excellent job of countering. Kell Brook winds up getting the knockout against a bigger, stronger guy. He took it. He, instead of fighting, being the smaller guy, instead of moving away from Kell Brook and trying to outbox Kell Brook, he comes and he beats Kell Brook at his own game as well. A semi-brawl, tactical type of fight. Same thing with Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia was supposed to have a higher boxing IQ than Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. boxed Mikey Garcia. He didn't try to come straight forward at Mikey Garcia, fight him on the inside, try to wear him down, maybe take a shot to give 2-3 shots, like people thought a bigger guy would do to a smaller guy coming up in weight. He fought like the better boxer, had the better jab, countering, making Mikey Garcia keep his hands at home. At the end of the round, when Mikey Garcia tried to flurry, Errol Spence Jr. disengaged, moved on the outside, and prevented Mikey Garcia from scoring any points, and as a result, completely shut down Mikey Garcia. So I think that is the way that Derrick James explained that. I think that's about right. I never looked at it that way, but I think that's about right. That is not the style of a Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that makes for, I do believe, more exciting fights. Now, there's some danger in that, obviously, because if Errol Spence Jr. continues to fight the other guy's fight, just looking to beat the other guy at his fight, eventually he might run into somebody that he really can't do that with. Now, that would be, I think, a more difficult proposition for Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford can do so many different things. He can box on the outside, he can slug, he can change, he can do different things. So I would think that in the Errol Spence Jr. Terrence Crawford fight, that Errol was going to have to try to either do a Deontay Wilder on him, right? Or Mike Tyson on him, which is just, hey, look, man, I'm enforcing my will upon you. You're going to be fighting, and you're going to be fighting this whole fight. until you go to sleep. You know what I mean? Or or take away whatever it is that Terrence Crawford is trying to accomplish. I would think that it would probably be the former, not the latter, that he needs to just go press Terrence Crawford and force Terrence Crawford to fight in a phone booth. We don't have phone booths in the world anymore, really, but fight in a phone booth of very tough quarters and just make it a brawl and make Terrence Crawford fight Errol Spence type of fight. But, I just think that was a really good observation from Derrick James. We'll see how it plays out in the future for Errol Spence, and I hope that he turns out well. But hey, man, great job for Barbershop Conversations for that interview. And I hope the PBC again, man, starts treating this guy, recognize the value that smaller media outlets have, and don't stand in the way of them trying to add or trying to help and spread the name of fighters. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.